Want to write better captions? Stay till the end so that you can learn how to write better captions for your post. For digital marketing tips and tricks, subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get notified every time I post a video every Tuesday and Thursday. If you're stuck on how to write Instagram captions for your photo, stay till the end of the video where you're going to get 6 foolproof ways for you to learn how to write captions that get people to engage with your posts. After 8 years of digital marketing experience, I have heard this question a million times. What do I write under my post? Now, before we enter into the Instagram caption goodies, I need you to set up your Instagram account to attract the right audience, because in the end, we want the right people commenting and sharing and liking our posts. For you to do that, I've created a guide that will help you set up your Instagram account in a way that will attract the right audience. You can get this guide for free by clicking the link in the description box below. You can download it, pause this video, download it now, and then continue on with watching the videos so that you can get the Instagram caption goodies. Okay guys, so I'm so sorry for the background noise. I did not expect anyone to be up at this hour. Anyways, the first step or the first concept that you need to focus on is, what is the key takeaway you want the person looking at your post to get? This key takeaway needs to be at the beginning. You have 125 characters before Instagram adds the see more button for you to communicate with the viewers so that they could be able to get the takeaway and maybe get more interested to read the rest of the post. Now, this means that you can use 125 characters, but you have a maximum of 2,200 characters. So you could use between 1 character to 2,200 characters. Now, the best practice is usually having a shorter length in a caption. The reason for this is people on Instagram are there to view pictures. So your picture needs to attract them. Your caption needs to give them the takeaway very quickly, and you need to get to the point very fast. Now, this does not mean that you need to stick to 125 characters and that's it. This means that you need to use it strategically to give the value to your customer at the beginning so that they will be able to engage with your post and actually give value back to you and to your channel. Because the more people that engage, like, or share your post, the more you'll get traction on Instagram. Now, I need to mention something. In every single post that you post, in your caption, you need to add a call to action. This call to action is either like my post, comment, share it, tag a friend, use this hashtag, go to the link in my bio, whatever you want. But you need to make sure that you at least have 1 call to action and not more than 2. Now, if you are trying to get a person to comment, to like, to whatever, I need you guys to move your call to action from the end of the post to the beginning, because that is really what's the most important to you and to your viewers. We're gonna do the same thing here. I need you to comment below with, do you prefer long captions or short captions? So, if you want to use 2 call to actions, you're gonna add the most important one first and the second one at the end of the caption. So that means that the first one needs to be the most weighted one. So the one that requires a lot of action from them should be going first. So that means go to the link in my bio, tag a friend, share this post, share this post to your stories. This is the most weighted. And then the least weighted, you would add, for example, at the end, like this post, comment on this post, and whatnot. Now, as I mentioned before, your caption needs to be fairly short, but you need to make sure that you're actually giving value. So that means that if you cannot give value in a short caption, go ahead and use a long caption, because your viewers and your customers and whoever is reading your post will thank you for it, even if it's longer. What I do recommend you do is focus on editing. You should write out the caption and then read it, and make sure you're not using too much words. Remove any unnecessary words, and make sure that your idea is very clear from the first sentence. Like, you don't need an entire paragraph to get to the point you're trying to say. try to like reduce the amount of words you're using so that you can actually deliver the value very quickly. Now, this point is very important for your copywriting on Instagram. Your caption needs to sound like you. So that means if you use in normal chats a lot of emojis, you need to add emojis. If you use slang language, add slang language if your customer understands. You need to be informal with your writing on Instagram because people are on Instagram following their friends, businesses, influencers, and all these good people. But at the same time, they don't want to feel like they are following a business account. They want to feel like they're following all their friends. So that means that your captions need to make them feel like they're reading a friend's caption. So informal is key. But that does not mean that you have bad spelling or bad grammar. You need to make sure that your writing is clear and understandable for your customers. If you struggle with this, because I know a lot of people do struggle with this, it's very hard to write the way you speak. If you struggle with this, what you could do is you can open up your phone. Any smartphone has this. You open up voice memo. If it's not there, download it as an app. And then just record yourself explaining or saying or whatever you are trying to write. Say it into the voice recorder and then type it out. When you type it out, you're going to realize the huge difference between how you're trying to write it and how you are saying it and speaking it. This is very effective because the way you speak is going to get customers and viewers to actually listen to you. We're in 2019. Your customers really want to get to know you. They don't want to get to know a logo. So this is the second time I videotaped this video just because in the first video, I didn't feel like I was talking to my friend. I felt like I was very stuck to my script and writing saying exactly what I need to say that's on the script. That's why I changed it up. Maybe this video is going to get longer, but as long as I'm speaking to you as if you're my friend, I don't mind. This is my personal favorite, and anyone who talks to me or sees my posts on Instagram or sees any posts that I do, I love emojis. Emojis are the best way to communicate. Well, for me, I feel like emojis are a great way for me to communicate with my friends and my customers and everything. If while I'm writing I am cracking up, you're going to see the laughing emoji. This is something very normal, and you probably use emojis a lot as well. Now, the reason why I recommend you using emojis or getting used to using emojis in your Instagram captions is because if you look at the captions, what do you see? You usually see text on a white background. So black on a white background. Whereas if you're putting emojis, you're putting color on a white background. That means that if your customer is scrolling through in the place where they usually see black and white, they're going to see a burst of colors. This is great. That means you're going to attract the customer to look at your caption to actually read it. Now, don't go overboard and put emojis everywhere in every other sentence because your customers are going to have a hard time reading that. But you can add a couple of emojis for you to attract the customer to look at your caption in the first 125 characters. And at the same time, it gives it a little bit more of a lively feeling. And at the same time, you need to make sure that your emojis are relevant. Now, I strongly advise that you focus on scheduling out your content beforehand. At least plan it out beforehand so that you could be able to communicate properly to your customers. I have seen this a million times. If I'm on Instagram, I can tell when a person took 2 seconds to write a caption and when a person took 15 minutes to write a caption. It looks rushed. Be sure to plan out your captions beforehand. Don't rush it. Writing good content takes time. You need to make sure that you are delivering good value to your customers, and planning out what you're going to say beforehand is going to help you do that. Last but not least, the most important part of the caption. You need to add value to this person's life. The person that's reading your caption needs to feel something different. So they need to feel either that they belong to a community, that they're understanding something more about themselves, that they feel belonging. You need to add a value to this customer's life. With that said, you need to make sure that you are posting strategically. So for me to add value in a person's life, I need to know how I'm going to make this customer go through every single point until I reach the final action that I want them to do. So if I want someone to purchase, I won't tell them purchase from the first time. I'll tell them about myself, maybe, tell them about my company, tell them what I do, tell them how I'm qualified, and then I'll tell them come buy from my organization. This means that I need to make sure that these touch points are passing through and the customer is going through all of them so that I can add value for them. And now, your customer might not see all your posts, I understand that, but if you do add value in every single post, even if they see a couple of posts, they're going to learn more from you so that they can actually reach to a point where they purchase from you or they do the conversion you're trying to get. And conversion, I mean getting them to sign up to your email list, getting them to share, getting them to, do a meetup with you, whatever your action is that you are expecting from your customer, that is the action you're going to get from the conversion. So now you know how to write good Instagram captions. I'm pretty sure you haven't memorized them, and if you have, good job. And if you've been taking notes, awesome. But I've created a checklist for you to be able to go through this process and check off the points one at a time for each post you create. You can get this checklist by clicking in the description. I've linked it below. You can download it for free, and there you'll be able to get the checklist for your Instagram captions. If you want to also join me on my journey and see how I will grow my YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram accounts, follow me at Socialize That on every platform, and over there I'll be sharing tips and tricks for you to be able to benefit from on a daily basis. Now, if you like this video, please click the thumbs up button and like it, subscribe, and share it with a friend that might need this information. And then comment in the sections below and tell me, was this helpful? Put the word helpful in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time.